Selling is one of the most important aspects of professional wrestling. It's the art of a wrestler reacting convincingly to being hit with a move, making the action look authentic and impactful. The ability to sell is crucial because it sustains the illusion of kayfabe, which is essential for keeping the audience emotionally invested in the act. Wrestlers must skillfully convey the physical toll of their opponent's maneuvers, effectively making the audience believe in the reality of the match. Throughout the history of professional wrestling, the skill of selling has varied widely among performers. We've seen some wrestlers who struggle with selling, making their matches look unconvincing and breaking the audience's immersion.
You can kiss my ass!
On the other hand, there are those who go to the opposite extreme, which is overselling, and overselling occurs when a wrestler exaggerates the effects of a move to the point where it's absurd. While this can sometimes
Bro, he just sat here. No, bro. Nah.
be
All right,
entertaining,
that's pretty
it
bad.
can also
That was pretty
detract
bad.
from the seriousness of the match if it's overdone. However, there is a special category of wrestlers who have truly mastered the art of selling. These performers have studied and perfected their reactions to make every move look devastatingly real. Their ability to sell effectively enhances the drama
Oh my
and
God,
storytelling
I love
of the
Rey
match,
Mysterio.
drawing
I
the
love Rey
audience
Mysterio.
into the
Pause.
narrative and making
And
each
CM Punk.
contest memorable. The best sellers in WWE history are those who can strike the perfect balance, making the action believable without crossing into the
and
realm
Matt
of
Hardy.
parody. Their performances elevate not only their own status, but also the prestige of their opponents, contributing to the overall success of the show. And in today's video, we're going to focus on these exceptional talents, starting with Rob Van Dam.
Same thing you did to Samoa. Go!
Just like ECW, RVD selling was extreme. The way he would sell made every move look impactful, and one of his specialties was actually spiking a DDT or pile driver, making it look like his neck was done. RVD selling was unique, and it also influenced a ton of wrestlers nowadays.
Nah, okay, hold on. You're not just bouncing off. Nah, I get the ring itself was, spring made, but you're not just bouncing off the ground like that. That's a little too unreal. That's real.
While Brock Lesnar is often seen as an unstoppable force in the ring, he's also surprisingly one of the best sellers in professional wrestling. The Beast was a much more athletic seller during his youth, but he did change the way he sells nowadays in order to focus more on facial expressions and the little details. Lesnar's ability to sell his opponent's moves adds a crucial layer of believability to his matches. His selling skills are particularly notable because they contrast with his typically invincible image, allowing for compelling storytelling.
I always wonder how did they sell the chair? Like, how could you sell like if you got hit, or like the ladder or something like that? Like if you got hit with one of those, you feel it. How
Where
could you
even
fake
the
that?
Beast can be
Even
brought to
stairs.
his knees. Whether it's a subtle grimace of pain or a dramatic fall, Lesnar's reactions are believable
pool
and
stick.
well-timed, giving his opponents credibility and enhancing the overall story being told. His knack for selling transforms his matches into compelling spectacles, ensuring that each bout feels significant and intense. Just look at the way that he sells this GTS that was botched, or this KO punch by the Big Show,
Damn.
making it look like he's completely out of it. Or look at him legitimately just throw himself at John Cena without a
Damn.
care in the world. The man is a beast. One of his best bits is actually throwing himself out of the ring whenever he takes a move like the super kick or a chair shot to the face. We've seen a lot of people attempt to make this move look good, but nobody does it as well as Brock Lesnar. He's clearly not afraid to throw his body around in order to make his opponents look good, and that's what makes Brock one of the best to do this in the history of the business. can't make a video of the best sellers in wrestling without including Mankind, aka Mick Foley. He's a perfect seller, mainly because he actually took some of the most dangerous and legitimate bumps that he probably should have not taken. For example, just look at these bumps where he's literally falling directly onto concrete. You could have honestly thrown this man into the steps. You could toss him off the Hell in a Cell, or you could Irish whip him into the barricade. It did not matter. He was going to do everything in his power to make it look real, and because of this, he managed to make a name for himself, becoming a legend in this sport.
That's my favorite, one of my favorite wrestlers. How could you fake this stuff? How could you possibly still say this is fake?
He's got a plan, but what is it? Downstairs. What's the fake? No.
Damn.
Similar to Mick Foley, Jeff Hardy earns a spot in this video for his daredevil-like maneuvers where he had no choice but to sell. He's gone through too many tables and ladders to not make it to this video. Jeff Hardy is truly one of the best sellers we've seen in the WWE, and if you witness him during his prime, then you should consider yourself lucky. Randy Orton has been a great seller ever since he arrived to the WWE in 2002. When watching clips from his early career, you might notice that he occasionally oversold his opponent's move just a little bit. While his reactions were never outlandishly exaggerated, they were sometimes a little bit dramatic. However, as Orton matured in the ring, he refined his technique, adopting a more measured and realistic approach to selling. This evolution enhanced the believability of his performances, making every strike and slam look more legit. As Randy grew older and gained more experience, his selling technique became more polished and nuanced. He learned to slow down and focus on his reactions, which added a layer of authenticity to his matches. Whether he's taking a big boot or a knockout punch, Orton's ability to convey pain and impact with just the right amount of drama has become one of his trademarks. His selling now perfectly balances realism with the dramatic flair necessary to keep the audience engaged and invested in the match. This has made Randy one of the most reliable and effective sellers in professional wrestling. His evolution from somewhat dramatic selling to a master realistic reactions highlights his dedication to the craft and his understanding of the importance of selling in wrestling. He's lucky to have learned how to sell from some of the best in the game, like the game himself, Triple H, as well as the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Oh my goodness.
Ricochet's wrestling career began on the independent scene where he needed to stand out in a sea of thousands of professional wrestlers. His extraordinary athleticism set him apart, and he decided it was a good idea to become a high flyer, drawing inspirations from legends and Hall of Famers like Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy. To further distinguish himself, Ricochet mastered the art of selling moves and making everything look devastating. When he wasn't no-selling with Will Ospreay, his selling was exceptional, making every move look impactful and real. This talent caught WWE's attention, leading to him getting signed with the company. With WWE's resources, Ricochet polished his skills and became even better in that ring when it came to selling for his opponents. He quickly emerged as one of the best sellers in recent years, if not the best, consistently making his opponents look formidable. Despite his incredible selling ability and all the potential in the world, Ricochet struggled to become the star that many believed that he would become, like someone like Triple H who thought that he was world championship material. However, his memorable spots and his dedication to making wrestling look authentic and brutal left a lasting impression that we won't ever forget. Watching these clips on the screen right now, it's very clear just how much effort that he put into his craft until he perfected it. Ricochet's commitment to elevating the art of wrestling through his exceptional selling remains highly appreciated by all fans, and I hope he does well wherever he ends up after leaving the WWE. Have you seen a better sell of a spear like this?
As an icky shuffles. Oh, yeah, no.
Shit.
That was just an all-out nasty right hand from Dawkins.
Objectively, Dolph Ziggler is a guaranteed top 5 seller of all time, if not number 1. There's no question about that. However, subjectively, He's my favorite seller ever. In fact, his selling alone makes him one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Not to be dramatic or anything, but his selling holds a special place in my heart. Dolph Ziggler's selling helped me fall in love with professional wrestling once again. There was a time in 2010 when I was growing tired of the product. Things weren't looking so bright. The Nexus were being buried by John Cena, and we also had tea parties, including Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov. It was a goofy time. However, Dolph Ziggler's selling reignited my excitement. I vividly remember watching compilations of his best-selling moments on YouTube, even if it had to be in 240p. A few of my friends even got back into wrestling because of Dolph Ziggler too. Watching wrestling with my friends became fun again, all thanks to Dolph Ziggler and his sells. For that, I will always consider him one of the best to ever do it when it came to selling moves and whatnot. When you can make such a significant impact, you're undoubtedly one of the all-time greats. Dolph Ziggler noticed that Shawn Michaels earned a spot at the top of the card because of his fantastic selling, and Ziggler also recognized that Michaels sometimes would oversell moves a little bit too much, so Ziggler perfected the balance of overselling as well as realism, creating a blend that would cement his legacy as one of the best in-ring performers of all time. His ability to make every move look devastating while maintaining believability is a testament to his skill and his dedication. Ziggler's selling not only elevated his own matches, but it also made his opponents look stronger, enhancing the overall quality of every bout he was involved in. What sets Ziggler apart is his understanding of wrestling psychology, and selling is not just about reacting to moves, it's about telling a story in the ring. This depth makes his matches more compelling and emotionally engaging for the audience. Also, we gotta talk about Dolph Ziggler's consistency as a seller as well, which is remarkable. Whether he's in a high-profile championship match or a regular weekly bout, he gives his all, making sure that every move, every hit, and every fall looks as real as possible. This commitment has earned him respect from peers and fans all around the world. His peers have often praised him for his professionalism and his ability to make them look good in the ring. Fans appreciate the authenticity he brings to his matches, which keeps them invested in the outcomes. Overall, Dolph Ziggler's selling ability is not just a skill, but it's a passion that has had a profound impact on professional wrestling. For many fans, including myself, his work has rekindled a love for wrestling and set a standard for what it means to be a great seller in this sport. Ziggler's legacy is one of excellence, inspiration, and a lasting influence on the art of professional wrestling.
It's over! Austin got it! Austin's pulling away the rope!
And objectively, last but not least, we have the best seller of all time, which I and everybody else pretty much believes, which is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. It is Bret the Hitman Hart. He's a master whose performances have set an unparalleled standard in the industry. Bret Hart's selling transcended mere theatrics, offering a level of realism that has yet to be matched by any other wrestler in the business of all time. His ability to make every move look genuinely painful is a testament to his meticulous attention to detail and his deep understanding of wrestling psychology. Whether he was taking a simple punch or enduring a complex submission hold, Hart's reactions were always perfectly calibrated to enhance the narrative of the match, making every encounter feel like a legitimate struggle. His selling was so convincing that audiences could easily suspend their disbelief, fully immersing themselves in the story being told in the squared circle. This unparalleled skill not only made his opponents look good, but it also elevated the overall drama and the excitement of all of his matches. Despite the evolution of the wrestling styles and the emergence of a bunch of new talents in the last 20 years, no one has been able to replicate Bret Hart's mastery of selling. His performances remain a gold standard that all aspiring wrestlers should study and strive to emulate. By observing Bret's matches, wrestlers can learn how to truly master the art of selling. More wrestlers need to watch his tapes and learn from the best. Bret Hart's contributions to the art of selling are timeless, and his influence continues to shape the standards of excellence in this sport. Whether it's a fan or a wrestler or a legend, everybody's going to tell you the same thing. Bret Hart is the best seller of all time, and that is just a fact.
Wait a minute! Oscar with a miss to the champion!
And that wraps up our look at the art of selling in professional wrestling. Selling is all about making every move look real and keeping the audience emotionally invested. From Ricochet's high-flying antics and Brock Lesnar's surprising athleticism to Mick Foley's real pain and Jeff Hardy's daredevil-like stunts, great sellers elevate every match they're in. RVD made extreme moves look devastating, and Brock Lesnar's ability to show pain added depth to his persona. Mick Foley's risk-taking and Jeff Hardy's fearless stunts are legendary, and Randy Orton's evolution from dramatic overselling to nuanced reactions showed his growth. Dolph Ziggler's selling rekindled my love for wrestling, while Bret Hart set the gold standard with his realistic and meticulous style. Selling is what makes wrestling come alive, transforming it into an art form that captivates fans worldwide.
Balor fouls it up. Oh no. Oh, it's scooped up. Oh my God. Ambrose though off the ropes. Down goes Rollins.